Hello students, in our last class uh, we were trying to understand what is an object oriented programming, and regarding that I gave you a few examples. I told you about functions and the relation of data with functions. Function need data to work with, and after processing the data they return some output. So I think I must show you the comparison between what is a procedural programming and an object oriented programming. That may help you to learn a little better. So let me first make one program, and in this video I'll try to make a few important points also very clear. uh, for the beginners, it is very important to understand how to output. What is this? Yes, is a learning part of programming. You first need to learn how we can output anything. Anything means if you want to output some message, like when you let me show you an example. Suppose you have again, suppose you have opened any program, you type something, you try to close it. See, this kind of dialog box is coming in front of you. Do you want to save or not? These all are messages. So if you, for any purpose, you want to output some message or anything like such, then how you can output? So I'll let you know first this, although you know these things, but let me show you once again. So from the very beginning, I'd like to show you one simple program from very beginning, okay? So that the things may become more clear in your mind. So when we make a Java program, then what you have to take care, it starts with a class name. Class, then any name. Let us take, since I'm making this first program, or I can give any name like simple or learning. You just can give any name, okay? Then what we do, we give a curly brace. This video will help all such students also who are the beginners. I mean, from the very beginning, I'm telling you. Curly brace represents the start of that class. And then we start with a public static void main. Now here we are starting a main function. Now what is the importance of main function? Main function uh, main function is the place, the function from where the execution starts. From the where execution starts means what? Yes, we are making program. A program is set of instructions, and computer has to follow the instructions. And whatever instruction you will give, that computer will follow those instructions and will work according to the instructions. So from where this execution will start, which will be the first instruction that will be executed. So this is decided here. This is the main function, and in order to write main function, we write like this: public static void main string args. Why I have written this? Right now, you are not in position to understand what is public, what is static. You can only understand this, that this is how we have to write if you want to begin a program, if you want to make a program. This is the main function. Then what? Then what I have to do? I have to simply output something like hello. Hello, how are you? This kind of message I have to output. So how can I do this? So you have to learn. I know that you all know these things, but system.out.println, and whatever you want to write, you have to write within the double quotation mark. This is double quotation mark. This is double quotation mark, and this thing is enclosed in double quotation mark. Then we need to put a semicolon, which is a terminate, which is also known as, which it terminates the statement. It marks that this is the end of this statement, and this is how it works. Just like we put full stop after every line that we write in English, now the same way this works as the full stop. This says that yes, this statement is over. Now you may continue the another statement. Okay. This is also sometimes known as terminator, since it terminates that statement. After which, if you want to output something more, or before I output something more, I must show you the result of this. So what do I want? I just want to output hello. That's it. I do not want anything else. So this is a program. So small. Is this a program? Is this can be called as a program? Yes, this is a program. Very small program it is. Yes, of course. It has only one thing to do. It will just say hello. That's it. So let us save it. Save it with the name. How we save? Look, what name I have given? Learning. So the same name I have to give here. The same spelling, same case also. The uppercase, lowercase. Learning. Sahi hai. Now learning.java I have to give. Most of you do not put this .java, and this is how, or this is why you cannot compile the program. So dear students, have to take care that you are putting .java properly. This .java is an extension given to the Java codes. If you will not give .java, then by default .txt will be given, and then it will not be compiled. So this is important part, that you have to give .java after writing the file name. And what file name will be there? Whatever the name of class is. Look at this, class learning, so the same name. And in whichever folder you wish to, you can save it. Save. Now look at the top, this title bar. It will show you the complete path where this file is saved. eDrive Java class 8 learning.java. So you now know the location of this file. Although you know you are saving a file, then you must know where you are saving it. So now what we have to do? We have to compile this. Compiling is very important. We are writing the code, or we are writing the instruction in high level language. And you all know well that machine or computer do not understand these languages. Computer only understand a binary language. So when we compile our code, it get translated to machine form, the language which machine can understand. So that's why compilation is important. So how do we compile? There are many ways, but the best way is open the CMD and then go to the right location, eDrive. You know, eDrive we have to go. So eDrive written like this. Then what? CD command is used, change directory Java. Now again CD class 8. We are now in the right place. dir is a command which shows everything that is there in that particular folder. Actually Java class 8, Java is a folder, and inside that folder there is one more folder, class 8, and class 8 contains these things. So this is the DOS mode. You can see these things in Windows also. How we can see? Press Window plus E for opening Windows Explorer. Go to the eDrive. This is the eDrive. Then where we have to go? We have to go to Java folder. A lot of things are there in Java, but we have to go in class 8. And there you will find everything which is there. See, in CHT, uh, here also this, yeah. But in this case, you may not find extension of the known files. Like here, you can see that in CHST is there, input is there. Here, dot class is of course there, but in these files, the extension is not meant. It is there, but it is not visible. But in DOS, you can see everything clearly. All the extensions, number of bytes they are taking. It's taking 2097 bytes. It's taking 950 bytes space in the disk, and the date and time when they were created. So our file is learning. This is our file, which is taking 102 bytes, and it's created on 23rd 8:59. This is the time. So this was just a comparison between the window mode of watching the files and folders and the DOS mode. You can watch anything, not only Java codes. Now look here, learning Java code. What happens when we successfully compile any uh, Java code, then a new file is generated with dot class as the extension. You may see dot class file, dot class file. These are the files which are already properly compiled. See, this is the Java code and its class file is there. This is the Java code and its class file is there. The same way, this is our Java code. Its class file is not there because we have not yet compiled it. So see the number of files right now. It has 10 files right now. When we will compile it using Java C, and then learning.java. Yes. No error came. It means the program has no problem. It is okay. Now again, type dir command, C. Now we have 11 files, which is that one file which is added now. Look at this, learning.class. This is the new file which is added at this time. So we have a new file generated, as I was telling. Whenever you compile a file, a new .class file gets generated. And this is the object code. This is the code which JVM can understand. Now you want to execute it. Java is a command to execute the compiled Java files, the class file. We execute the program with Java command, and after Java we have to write the name of the class file, which is again of course this learning. We do not need to write like this. While compiling, we need to write like Java C learning.java. After it get compiled, then a dot class file is generated. Then we have to run that class file, but here we do not need to add dot class. Just press enter. See what output it is displaying. Hello. Why so? Because we have said it to do so. Now, if we want to output something more, you can copy this and paste it. Hello. How are you? Now I have to save this file. Control S I have pressed. Now go back here. This is the output of old dir. Old dir means the dir command displayed the output before we made any changes in that main file. This look, 102 bytes are there, and it was saved at this time. But once again, since I have made a change there, now if I'll press dir, things will be a little changed. See, now the number of bytes has increased. See, earlier it had only 102 bytes. Now I have added few lines. So the number of byte also increased, and the time on which we saved it a second time also gets saved. But if we'll run this is one of the things that confuses most of you. Then it will say, display only hello. Why so? Because this is the class file of the last code when it had only this hello there. Okay, but now we have made change, so we again any kind of change you are making, even you are putting or removing single dot, then also you need to save it and you need to again compile it. Recompilation is needed. So pressing up arrow can let you see the earlier commands that you have uh, executed. So Java C learning Java, press enter again. So now what? Again, a new class file is generated this time, and the old class file is automatically replaced. Okay, this is what automatically happens. Huh? You must know this. Don't get confused. Now the new class file has what? The new changes that we have made. Now what? Again, we need to run this with the help of Java and then learning the name of dot class file. Hello, how are you? So dear students, now I think you all might be getting that how this is working. So now let me do something something more, little bit more. See, paste, and this time do what? Write 5 plus 6. Press Ctrl S. Similarly, go back and compile it. Look, this 12, 12 is the output. Why so? 5 plus 7 makes 12. That's why. Can we write like this? Of course you can. Let me make some more changes. What are you doing this? I am just simply writing anything that I wish to. I mean, this plus this minus this into this is a multiplication operator divided by 2 plus this and all. So how does Java will make the calculation? So as you have learned the BODMAS rule while learning maths, the same way Java also follows the priority of operators. It has its own version of BODMAS, means which operator will be operated first. Java has a different, little bit a difference than the usual BODMAS rule that we'll learn. So that we'll see later on, not now. But what will be the result of this expression? We don't need to calculate ourselves. We just need to do what? We just need to compile this file and then run this. See, the result will be 22, 21. Why it is coming? You just leave it over Java. And if you wish to, then you'll have to learn the priority of which operator is working first, and then you will get this result. So the thing is, this is correct. Yes, I. So this way, we just saw that if we want to output any message, then we do like this or this. If you want to get the result of any expression, then we can do like this. What to do if we want both the things together? So here comes, uh, let us first see and then we'll try to understand. Or let us do one thing. Copy the same thing and paste. And write anything like result of expression this way. And then try to see this, what it does. Switching between this window and the command window is done with the help of Alt Tab button. Alt Tab. Again, compile it. Look, now this is showing us error. Bad operator types of binary operator. This. Listen, children, what happens? This plus operator is used for adding two numbers is one of the thing. but this plus operator is overloaded. And about now, what is overloading? You may not understand it right now, but it has assigned some more task also. Overloaded. I mean, it can do more than one type of work. Besides just adding two numbers, it also adds strings. Strings means this kind of things are called strings. So as long as this plus 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 was there, things were fine. And as it made this minus, it is showing error. That bad kind of operator you are using. So let us try to understand what is happening here slowly. Slowly means let us remove every other thing out from there. Only let us leave this plus, 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 and plus. And then let us see. Look the result. Result of expression 5798. Can you guess why this is happening? So look, 5798. Now dear student, this is one of the example of type conversion. It may be a little difficult for you to understand in the first round, but these things you have to lightly understand right now, since these things will encounter to you. What exactly happens when we are using a string? A string means these kind of things. Anything that is enclosed in the double quotation mark is known as a string. And what is a string? A string is nothing but the group of characters. Characters means letters, symbols. These are all the letters or symbols, and their group makes a string. This is a string. So we can add to a string. Add to a string. How? Let me show you one more example. This time, let me copy this code and paste it here. Hello, and then students. Look, here student is one string and hello is another string. And in between them, what I have done, I have placed a plus operator. But about plus operator, you have in your mind that it may be used for adding two numbers. But what I want to tell you is that in Java, in all most of the other languages also, this plus operator is overloaded to add two strings also. Now you might want to see that what result they will produce. So let us see this here. Hello student, together. This first string combined with the second string. This is called adding to string, and adding to string is also given one name, which is known as concatenation. Concatenating. Concatenating means putting together two strings. So this is what here happening. Okay. So let me show you one more example. And this time we are doing nothing but putting two numbers. Okay. Now let us see 179. That's sum of these two numbers. Okay. Fine. What's new in this? Nothing new. Now let me make some changes here. I'm putting this 89 and I'm putting this 90 within the double quotation mark. So now what happened to them? Earlier they were numbers, they were integers. 80 and 90 were, 89 and 90 were numbers. But now they are no more numbers. They are strings. They are just the group of characters. 8 is a symbol, 9 is a symbol now. Now that is not 89. That is now right now this is just 89 and this is 90. So what is the difference between 89 and 89? Yes, there is a difference that you will understand just now when you'll see this example. Save it and see this. Just like what happened to hello student, hello and student put together the same way 89 and 90 put together. After putting them inside double quotation mark, what happens? These are not anymore, they are no more any number. They are just a string, I mean, group of characters. Now the arithmetic operation like we perform over the numbers is not possible with them. This is, however, possible with them. And this is what is happening here. Now let us try to correlate these two situations with this. Here also what is happening? Here also this first thing is a string, then we are giving 5, 7, then what automatically it's called implicit type conversion. These all get automatically converted to string, and that's why 5, 7, 9, 8 are put together here, and they are now not added with each other. They are put together the same way this is happening. Let us try to test one more thing. Let us now remove this double quotation from one of the numbers and let it be like this. This is let this be a string. Save it, Control S, compile this, and see this. Same thing is happening. Since this is a string, so this also got changed to a string. Okay, sir. Now what to do if we want in a proper way? So let me introduce something here, use of variables. What we can do, we can create an integer variable, intr. Here intr is what? The result. Why have given the name r? You can give any name. You have to follow the valid variable naming rules. And r is appropriate name. Result equals what? Anything. Let me copy this whole expression and paste it here. Putting semicolon is very important, so keep in your mind. Now r will have the value of this operation, the value of this expression, 5 at this and whatever is there, it will go to r. Now in place of writing these many things, we can just put r here. And we do not put variable's name inside the double quotation mark. R is a variable name and can be written like this, simply like this. Now let us save this, see the last output. This is the last output. Now the new output will be 21. The value of this expression. Here also 21 because this is executing this part. And after execution of this part, the value of r has become 21. Now with the help of this result of expression and r, then the same thing, result of expression, the value of r. Now let us also see what will happen if you'll put r inside the double quotation mark. You all may guess it well, but it will make your concept little more clear. We are learning the elementary things, very simple things, elementary things. Look, now r is no more a variable. It is just simple string. That's it. Like anything else. We can write anything here. Look, that came here. And that's why r was just any character or any letter for that. So here what we learned, he learned that we should properly use the strings. I mean the use of double quotation mark, use of variable also we saw here, and how we can combine two strings, how we can combine numbers and strings. One more thing I would like to suggest here, that see that hello student is all together. There should be a space. So how can we put a space? No, nothing. Just either put a space here or a space here. Save it. Space also is a character. Mind it. See, now there is a space. So dear students, I hope this simple thing is very clear to you. This just I wanted to show you how we can make simple programs, how we can simply output something, how we can make any calculation and how can I output this, the results and all. So this was a very simple program, and we wanted to make comparison between a procedural program and an object oriented program. So during this much time, we just tried to understand very basic things, and in our next part we'll see some more about this. We'll continue after this. So now I'd like to stop the video here and see you in the next class, and watch this video. Thank you.